If you gonna do that once, then you gonna do it again. And even if you're not gonna do it again, I don't want to take the chance to find out. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Kevin Thompson. Today slash tonight, it's like 3 a.m. But anyway, I'm gonna make a video about my friend who outed me about 2 years ago now. It's actually been literally 2 years. I think I've mentioned it sporadically on this channel, but I wanted to tell you guys the full story so you guys know what happened. I really hate dwelling on these negative moments, but I think that is very important because for a long time in my life, I was very nice, like maybe too nice. But you know, after a while, I started getting older, started getting tired of the BS. So you know, I started saying no to a lot of people. It was definitely necessary. Like sometimes, you know, as you get older too, like you don't really need friends all that much. You know what I'm saying? Like you get a couple close friends and you're pretty much good. Like having a big circle and having a lot of friends is so overrated, so overrated. You know, there's no way that you can actually care about that many people. That's why I get kind of wary around people that have a lot of friends, because like, who's really your friend? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have 100 friends. So the story starts, I'll go back, I'll go all the way back. So me and this girl, you know, I'm not gonna expose her on this channel, but me and this girl, we was friends for like, we was friends for like 3 years, maybe 4, maybe like 3.5. We went to high school together. I met her when I went back to my old high school. So I graduated early, went back to my old high school, and we started talking, we started being friends. As a trans man, it's always been very easy for me to communicate with women. And, you know, even after transitioning and, you know, being fully male, I still go through that. Like I still have a lot of women relationships, and I do have guy friends as well. But, you know, I would say I have an equal mix of both. After graduation, we started hanging out a lot, and she was older than me. She was probably like two years older than me. At the time, she didn't have a car. She didn't have a job, and she started going to the school that we both went to. So the school we both went to was an hour away. And you know, I would come there sometimes. Like she was there over the summer for a program. I would come and visit her, and you know, sometimes I would even bring her all the way back to Buffalo. You know, I drove a lot for her. So you know, she was one of my only friends. So we was like each other's best friend. Like we was real tight, and we would do a lot of stuff together. So since she didn't have a job, I was always paying for her. And I remember like a few months, you know, after the summer, she just started expecting me to always pay for her. Like she wouldn't even bring her wallet out at one point. And it was because she didn't have money. And like I understood that, and I really did like being her friend. I really like doing things together. But like it came to a certain point where it just wasn't okay. It's like, I don't even really like you, and then the lines had got blurred. So, you know, I think that just from spending way too much time with her, I just kind of started to like her romantically, just because it was just the two of us, and everyone else was like portraying that onto us. And we would always say we're just friends, even though we like literally we're just friends. But I don't know, like it just kind of, we started to kind of lose that platonic element of our relationship. Right before that spring semester 2017, before I went to the school, like right when I was starting hormones, me and her actually made out for the first time. So literally the night before I started testosterone, I made out with her for the first time. It was cool. Like, I mean, she was cool. Like it was cool. But she wasn't my first choice. So it was pretty much out of convenience. And then when I went to the school, we started kind of hooking up, but then I got a girlfriend, so then I stopped it, and we still was friends. One day, I'm gonna just say all the fucked up shit she did. Sorry for the kids, but one day I was sick and I got the flu, like real bad, like baddest cold I ever had. And normally she would come over and stuff, and like I was like, no, I'm just not trying to chill. Like I'm sick. I don't want to get you sick, one. And two, I just got out of class. I'm not trying to hang out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So tell me why I get back to my room and she's just sitting there eating my food, eating my snacks in my room. I lost my shit. Like I was like, you gotta go. Like you have to leave now. So, you know, I was a bit mad at her for a minute after that. And, you know, everything got back together. We started to kick it again. So, she starts dating this dude. We was mutual friends, but she started dating him. And, we kind of lost touch a little bit. I got my own friends and she started dating him. So we was still hanging out in the summer because we still from the same hometown, So we got a lot in common. Obviously, we went to the same college. We from the same high school. So, that's always my like go-to friend. So the next semester coming, I'm really getting into, the school now. I joined a fraternity. Like, I'm real out there now. She did something. With me and two other friends. We were supposed to go to the mall. I just remember I was supposed to go to the mall and she was supposed to drive because at this point, okay, I got my car taken away before I went to school. Like right before I went to school. That night we made out, I got my car taken away. She had a car and we were supposed to go with two other friends and she said that she was going to drive. And then all of a sudden at the last minute, she was like, nah. Like we was literally about to leave and she was like, nah. And it's like, how unreliable can you be when you told us that you was going to drive us and you know damn well that none of us, not any of us, have cars. It's just like silly. Like it was just silly stuff. And she would always do like little stupid stuff. And I just got tired of it. And I was like, I'm just done. Like I remember just going off on her and I was just like, I'm done. We was kind of distant for that year. I had a lot of other friends, so I didn't really need to hang with her, but she was one of my brother's girlfriends. So obviously I was still seeing her, we was kind of still cool, whatever. So, and by the way, I apologize if I'm ashy. This is my testosterone. So, just a little side piece here. I talked to my pharmacist, the current one that I have, and they told me that I can't put anything on it. So I'm not supposed to put any lotion over the top of it. So I'm sorry. I'm giving you guys false information. You're not supposed to put lotion on top is what I was told. Not sure, whatever. Now we're at the beginning of 2018 and she is still with her boyfriend, whatever. I don't even remember like talking to her in this time, really, to be honest. So the summer came and we wasn't really hanging out like that. I was just mainly working. I mean, we might have hung out a couple of times, but she had a boyfriend and I was doing my own thing. So I ain't really talked to her. So my last fall semester at the school, this is fall 2018. This is when I started getting the girl that, ended up getting me arrested and all this stuff. They ended up becoming best friends, through me, which is mad funny because they both kind of like, but whatever. She ended up getting cheated on by my brother. So my brother ended up cheating on her and we kind of reconnected for a little bit. And, cause she didn't have nobody really, she was kind of depressed. Like for me, like I think a lot of people who sleep a lot, I low-key think that is depression. And she was like one of those people that just would sleep. Like she would just sleep in the middle of the day. She would oversleep class, like just always sleep. Started hanging out a lot. And the next semester, now we both got cars. And I got off work because I was working at McDonald's. I got off work and I wasn't with my ex at the time. This was during our split. She was like, I'm at a party, just come through. So after work, I went to the party. And after the party, I had to drive her and two other girls home. But we was driving her home first because she was like the drunkest and she needed help getting home. So I'm driving and one of the girls in the car, right? Okay, let me explain this. One of the girls in the car actually went to the high school that me and her went to. And her name, I'm not going to say her name, actually. I'm not going to say nobody's name. But she was in the front seat. My friend is in the back. And there's another girl in the back that is just like a mutual friend. So she wanted me to, because she did some crazy stuff. She like stole this guy's hockey jersey or whatever jersey. I think it was hockey. She was hooking up with him. And she was going to his house. She wanted me to drop her off at the house for some reason. I don't know if it was to return it. She ain't have it with her, but I don't know. So I dropped her off and I was going there and I was like, tell me when to slow down. And she was like, no, speed up. And I was like, I made a joke and I was like, oh, that's what she said. And I always make that joke. Like, that's just my joke. That's what I like to say. After I said that, she was like, oh, not until after your surgery. And I literally could not believe what I heard. And I'm not going to lie. So I would say probably like 2 months before that in January, because that was like March. In January, we was just chilling. It was just the two of us. And she had made a slight joke about my transition. Like, I don't remember what it was exactly. It probably had something to do with down there. But she had made a slight joke. And I just kind of like dusted it off. And like, because I don't really take stuff too seriously. Like, I don't really get easily offended. But when she said that, you know, in front of two other people that I haven't told, that I'm not out to, one of the girls had already known because she had just known people in the school that we went to, and they had just kind of like let her know. But I don't care if you're high, drunk, crossfaded. I would never, ever, ever do something like that to somebody I actually cared about in front of other people too. Like if she did it in front of me, I probably would have still been mad, but I was like extra mad because why would you do that in front of people that don't know? You just outed me. Like, do you know what you just did? And I don't think she knew what she did because she was like, I was civil. I didn't even say nothing. I didn't even respond to it because I didn't know if they had heard it or if they had even known what she was talking about. But, you know, I'm just lucky that they weren't like, oh, what are you talking about? Like, and then just made it hot. So I had dropped her off, both of us, all of us, the three of us. We dropped her off. And she was just going crazy in her house for some reason. And I had put my phone on the charger in her house. So once we was about to leave, I forgot that I left my phone in there. She had locked the door. So I had knocked on the door and I was like, yo, get my phone. And I had pointed to my phone in her kitchen and she had just looked at it and then just like shut the blinds and shit. And I was like, is she serious? Like, what is going on? You just outed me and now you're not giving me my phone back? Like, what's good? So I was like, we was like trying to call her and get the door open, like stupid stuff, you feel me? So instead, you know, I just had went through the front door and I had just got my stuff and I was like, hey, like, I'm just getting my stuff. So, you know, after that, like, that was like the last time that I talked to her, except for when she tried to come and apologize. But she had only come and apologized because she knew that I was mad because I stopped answering her texts. I stopped answering her calls. I stopped hanging out with her. So after a while, she kind of figured that I was mad and she tried to come apologize. But she was trying to preach quantity over quality because we have been friends for so long. But it's like, I don't care if you was friends since birth. Like, you ain't gonna do something like that to me and still be in my life. You feel me? Like, you crossed the line, like a big line. I don't know any scenario, situation where that would be okay. And I don't know any person that would want to deal with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And me, you know, I forgive people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I forgive her. I've been forgave her. But it's like, I don't need that in my life. If you gonna do that once, then you gonna do it again. And even if you're not gonna do it again, I don't want to take the chance to find out because I'm not gonna be friends with somebody who gonna do something to me that I would never do to them, ever. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, that's where I draw the line for relationships. So like, if you're in relationships and you know you got people doing stuff to you that you would never do to them, and you know that you would never do that, it's like, what is you still holding on for? Because, you know, at the end of the day, that says something about that person. That person does not respect you. And if you staying in that situation, then that also says something about you because you're not respecting yourself. I had to show myself some self-respect and get out of that situation immediately. So, you know, we haven't talked at all. Like, she's still friends with my ex and everything. They could be crazy together. I don't give a shit. I'm way better off without her. And I'm glad I was able to talk about this. I don't even think that I ever have told the full story of that. Hope you guys learn from this situation. If you're in a situation like this yourself, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you would have done. Would you even have took her home? I almost told her to get out. I actually almost did tell her to get out, and I would have if she wasn't like insanely drunk. Let me know what you guys would have did in that scenario if it was me. Thanks for watching again. Love you guys. Stay up. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.